J.O. on the beat. This is James, and I'm with
Marcellus.
This is episode 1. Let the good vibes roll. We're just gonna get right into it. Tell you a little bit about ourselves and why we started the podcast. So I'm an event promoter and I'm a music manager. And I'm just an avid music lover. I don't listen to podcasts too often. I was a big fan of the Joe Budden podcast, but they're on break right now. But what I do is I host events for local artists. I like to bring bigger name artists to our small town, Quincy, Illinois. I'm from Central Illinois. I say that because I've lived in Jacksonville, Illinois. I've lived in Macomb, Illinois. I lived in Quincy, Illinois. I'm a Central Illinois raised kid. I was born in Chicago though.
Right.
Yeah. And my goal for this podcast is I just want some of this energy to resonate with someone. I want someone to be able to take this and be like, okay, I got something from that. I got something positive from that.
For sure.
Yeah. On this podcast, we're going to be talking about, music that we love. We're going to be talking about current situations in the world. We're going to be talking about stuff in our community, which is very important. So enjoy. Marcellus is going to tell you a little bit about himself.
I'm Marcellus, 26. I'm from Quincy, Illinois, where I moved around a lot when I was a kid, different cities, local areas. I'm an avid music lover. Music gets me through life. It helps me with my ups and downs, I'm an avid podcast listener. I listen to all sorts of podcasts, from sports to murders, relationships.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I get deeply. It's informational,
Yeah, I hear you.
And I'm just here to spread my knowledge and my views on life. Hopefully it reaches someone that resonates with it. And put people on game.
Yeah, respect.
You know what I'm saying? Put people onto new music and just let the good guys roll,
Yeah, respect. Feel that. All right, so we're going to start off pretty strong here. How you feel about the Breonna Taylor situation?
It's a touchy situation, It's very numbing, if I'm being honest.
Yeah, no.
Take
it there.
It's numbing. It's like, honestly, who cares?
Yeah.
And I don't need to say that to be insensitive. It's like, well, we just had another one.
Yeah.
And then what do you expect? If they was going to arrest him, they would have arrested him. Come on now.
Yeah.
They debut that wall shooting as a sympathy and 12 million, hey, relax.
Yeah.
That's basically what they're saying. Relax. We'll get it.
Yeah.
We're bad. You know it. We don't care. Relax.
Yeah. It's very unfortunate. I agree that they're trying to just shove this under the rug.
Yeah.
That's not a big deal. They paid the family off after they won that lawsuit.
It was only 12 million,
Yeah.
Come on now.
I know for a fact my life is worth more than 12 million.
I'm talking 1,200 million.
Yeah.
Come on now. Especially what they did.
Yeah.
Of course, we protect the servant. You killed me. We're not sleeping out. You in my career. We killed me. What type of shit is that?
Yeah.
And then when her boyfriend shot back, I try to blame it on him.
Yeah. No.
What type of shit is that?
Yeah, there's a lot about that situation that I'm not too familiar with. But I read she had just woke up and walked in the hallway. But she would still have sleep.
Yeah.
I mean, you're not finna.
And that's what I'm saying. Either way, you're on her. You're at her place.
Yeah.
You don't have to shoot to kill.
Yeah.
And why do cops have
I agree, especially if you were on surveillance, so you would know if you had to go in like that.
Yeah. But like you said, we don't have all the evidence. We don't know everything.
Yeah.
I'm sure there's more to it.
The outcome is very unfortunate. Very unfortunate.
Yeah.
So I gotta ask, how do you think that's affected our surrounding community? How do you think that situation? Because we've had our own little protests here.
It's
not to belittle it because it matters. What they did matters, but
yeah, it's for sure. Shout out to Radiance for doing that, right?
Yeah, her sister, and I think they're big on leading it. I believe there's a church pastor involved as well.
Yes, and there's a new officer in town. which show good reputation of good cops.
Yeah.
I do want to make note of that. Like, there are good cops.
Yeah.
But with people reading the news and our president being who he is and how he moves, people just starting to think that like, it's okay to just be openly racist, in my opinion. And sometimes I don't even think that they know that we're racist.
Yeah.
I feel like they just be like, they're saying some bullshit that comes to their head.
Yeah, they don't care who it offends.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I agree. I think I think people are, I want to say they're more aggressive, but there's also some that are also more sensitive to the matter as well. But the aggressiveness it's there. It's there.
Very prevalent.
Yeah. Yes. 100%. Yes. I can't wear a do-rag in a store without being stared at. I mean, I used to get that. I used to not even want to wear my do-rag, but now it's like I got this confidence in myself where I'm okay with who I am. That I don't care. You're gonna stare at me regardless for what I look like, so I don't care anymore. But
going on though.
yeah. So yeah, you got the afro. So and you're trying to get the dread. So it's gonna even get worse. But so the shift in our community, Quincy, Illinois. How do you? What's some examples of things you've experienced so far since Donald Trump became president, since Breonna Taylor, and just the media's been advertising the death of black?
Well, as far as media, that's just a whole rabbit hole. They do that
on purpose.
On purpose, like you said, it's intentional to get a rise out of black people.
Yeah.
Which, to their credit, very smart.
Because
they want to destroy people, make them fight each other. You know.
Yeah.
As far as our community, I always tend to picture myself, if we're not a part of my crew or like my friends or family, I don't really stray too far away.
Yeah.
Even though I am a likable guy and I try to, talk to anybody. But it's very like, I'm on edge.
Yeah.
And I don't like to be on edge sometimes, but it's like you're more aware of your surroundings now. Like,
yeah. And you have to be. And the thing is, there was a point in time where we were comfortable in Quincy where we didn't feel like that.
Yeah.
We could go out to the bar and just be good. Now it's like, when we go out to the bar, we gotta worry about what people are saying, stuff like that.
Traveling packs.
Yeah, and we can't move solo.
Yeah.
You just gotta be careful because there are people that will terrorize black. So that's a real thing.
And it's happened for years here. It's been even now that it's like intensified. You know.
Yeah. And people want to say these because there's these rallies that they just keep happening for Donald Trump around here, and I'm not knocking it, but it's like. People are protesting because officers are killing black people. You guys are having these rallies to support Trump. You don't hear about Biden rallies.
Yeah.
You don't hear about the third party. You don't hear about her having rallies.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You only hear about Trump rallies. Why is a Trump rally a thing if Trump is not present?
Well, we know why.
Yeah, exactly. We know why. That's our community. So I think there's been a huge shift on the sensitivity as well, because now we have friends of other colors coming to us and saying, "Oh, I respect you. You know, I don't mean that stuff." And it's like, and we also have friends that are, I mean, they're not. We also have people that are more aggressive, and you know, I know you don't like me. Why are you even talking to me?
And then to dive deeper, we have children with women. It's a whole new life for them growing up now. You know, it's different.
Yeah, it's very different, and it's just.
It's more aggressive, I like to say.
Yeah, and I agree. But I think, but there has been a lot of good out of this as well. I want to speak on that because I have friends who want to sit down and have that conversation. Or, because as the youth, there was a lot of things we let slide that we didn't know. Our parents would be like, why the hell? I remember this, I made a status about being the only token black, and my dad was like, that's not something to celebrate. I grow up, I figure out what it is. I'm like, oh shit, that's not something to fucking. Yeah.
Well, as a kid, we be like,
it's like these people fuck with me.
Yeah,
I'm the only black guy that hate them. They fuck with me. Like, we're taught to hate our own. It's a lot in that. But, but there's a lot.
You're the man. Even though you're not with your people.
Yeah. So now we're to a point where we acknowledge that. I see that. And I've had friends who have called me. I've FaceTime for 3 hours. That's my longest conversation where they really just wanted to understand that point of view.
Yeah.
And that's how I knew. And I want to say this example. I'm always use this example. Shout out to my homie Kev. He had a friend I'm not gonna say his name, but he would always refer to me as Black James. He'd be like, "Oh yeah, we're
Black
coming."
James?
Yeah, he'd always be like, "Yeah, we're coming over with Black James."
So licorice, like you're.
Yeah. So my friend was like, "Why do you do that?" And he's like, "What?" He's like, "Why do you say Black James? His name is James."
Right.
It like he's like, "Oh, I don't, you know, I know why he did it." You know what I'm saying? He had to warn people that he's hanging out, you know, but he didn't get that. But he called him out on it, and to this day, I don't think he really knows. You know, I've made it apparent to be like, that's why I fuck with you. Like, I'll do anything, like, because that was to me that's huge. I to this day I don't think he realizes what he did by calling him out. Because at the time we were all pregame and getting ready to go to the bar. We were about to shift to another pregame, so we were a little intoxicated. But he just looked at it and was like, "Why did you do that?" I was like, "You for to take it there, Kev." And you know, his friend got all red, and so I'll never forget it. Like I like sobered up for this moment. Like,
wait for it.
Yeah, because you know, it's like it's one thing where you think they, you know, they see it, they just don't care. But it's another thing when they see it and they're like, "Nah, cut that short." So that was like, the guy like only made it a thing to say it like around me. He never really said it in front of them. But I don't know if he was just too drunk and said it, because he just said it flat out. And a couple of the guys like looked like that. They were like, "What? He really just said it?" And then Kevin was like, "Why the fuck did you say that?" Yeah. So I was like, "My dog, that's my dog." You know what I'm saying? That felt like love. So So it's like, so we bring it back to Quincy. Like I've had people sit down and talk with me here, and there's people that, you know, we're drunk at the bar and they'll be like, "Hey, you know, I'm sorry if I ever offended you." And then there's people that have never done anything to me, and they're like, "You know, I'm sorry if I," and it's like, it's okay. Like I wouldn't be talking to you right now.
Do you think that's weird?
It makes me uncomfortable, because it's like, do you think I'm always uncomfortable when I come to these places? Yeah. I wouldn't come to these places if I was uncomfortable.
Exactly.
Don't get me wrong. Yes, I gotta look over my shoulder, but I'm not uncomfortable. I wouldn't be here if I was uncomfortable.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, and it's like, especially if you're moving with the right people, like the barn. I don't go to the barn unless I'm with 3 or 4 other people. I don't just go to the barn. You know, I don't just, man, I'm bored. That's crazy. I would never do that. You know, I have friends that will, because they got people that work there, but I will never just be like, "I'm going there tonight." I will never do that without moving with 3 or 4 people.
Got to.
Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm not doing that at instant either. You know, I will meet.
I don't do that anymore. The bars, maybe.
Yeah.
Like I'll have 1 or 2. You know.
Yeah.
I don't need a squad. Well, I'm usually not out that way either.
Yeah. But so there has been a shift in this community where people are more sensitive to it. They're aware of it. And there's people who don't give a fuck, they're like, "Fuck you." And, you know, respect, at least I know. Because there's nothing worse than...
Keep the same energy.
Yeah, because there's nothing worse than a closet racist. My dad taught me this at a very young age. He was like, I would rather someone come out and say they don't like me than befriend me and be talking behind my back. You know, because you never know. Because you know about people will disappear when they're with their groups of white friends.
Yeah.
That's crazy. So you're telling me I've been kicking it with this guy, and the whole time he doesn't fucking like me.
Have you ever been like in a police situation with white people?
Yeah, I've been. I read something where this lady, she didn't know, she was the only white girl with 3 black girls, and they made her hold the weed and stuff. She's like, "Why?" Well, one night they eventually get stopped. She's the only one that doesn't get checked. They all get checked or searched. I mean, and the white girl doesn't. You know, I've been in that situation where I got checked, and my friends didn't. My friends would like, so we got stopped, and we had little water bottles filled with jungle juice. So first off, it's illegal for them to just go through your stuff. Yeah. Especially on a college campus, like you're state police. Why are you? You know, there's no call. There's no, you know. One of my friends voluntarily opens up his backpack. He's like, "What do you have in yours?" I'm like, "Nothing for you." Like, at the time, I don't really know my rights, but it's like, I know you can't just
open your bag.
Yeah.
Shit,
yeah. So I'm like, "Nothing for you." Like, why are we being stopped? He won't tell me. You know, my friends are like, "Just do it. Just do what he says." No, fuck him. Like, he can't do this. But they're like, "Just do what he says so we can go." Well, he can give us tickets for the alcohol that we have. So no, I'm not gonna. You know, eventually I had to do it because he took my backpack. He opened it, and he poured it out, and then he took the breathalyzer in there. He's like, it blew something crazy like 80. And I'm like, he's like, that's what you would have drank tonight. That's what you would have blew if you drank this, and I had to do the breathalyzer. And I was like, no, I fucking wouldn't.
No, it doesn't make sense.
All right, but we're supposed to be dumb. So after all that, what is something you think we can do in our community to kind of let our peers know that we're okay, but we're glad you're aware, but we're okay.
Thank you. First off, thank you for being aware.
Yeah.
That's, even though we shouldn't have to thank you, but thank you.
Yeah.
Secondly, just relax and just let us come together. If we have a problem with us, it is what it is. Do your thing, we do our thing. But no, just let's vibe out, dude. You know,
yeah, we're here for a good time, not a long time.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to spend it hating on you.
I'm trying to order another drink.
Yeah, on me. Yeah, say what's up. Like, that's it.
We talk.
Yeah, we spoke. Like, ain't shit else really got to be said. Like, it's a mutual respect thing. Just don't get out of pocket. I won't get out of pocket. All right, so let's transition to something else, something lighter.
Yeah.
There's a lot of new music. It's not too much lighter, but there's a lot of new music this past Friday, and a lot of it's being talked about. What's something you played from this Friday?
I played the new Tory.
Okay, I knew that I'm glad this is first.
Bad timing, bro. It's just complete bad timing.
Yeah.
He was spitting some heat. I will say that. Like, he was spitting bars, and the things he said needed to be said.
Okay.
But he still just did an interview or like a press conference or even an Instagram live like Megan.
Okay.
Because it would resonate better. We're over here making a whole album, getting money off the situation, which I'm not mad at.
Mm-hmm.
When people are going to really gravitate to that.
Yeah.
Because they're going to think you're being fake or you're lying.
Yeah.
And this is not the situation you want to do that in, you know?
I see your point of view. I want to say this, though. Did Megan not capitalize off the situation herself?
Yes.
Because she had a whole virtual concert.
Yes. But, of course she is. She's a female who claims she got shot. You're the shooter.
You're the
aggressor, so why would you...
At least in her story.
And she came out first. You should have said something first. If you was going to play this route, you should have just came out or stacked it head on. You waited, 3 months, 2 months?
Yeah, you waited to grip.
People already resonated with her story, so you can't just come out with this album, profit off the album. And then, what's supposed to happen? They're just going to forgive you?
Yeah, I hear you. I think he said a lot. I think he said a lot of things in defense. Because I think it was wise to listen to his lawyers.
Yes.
At the moment of arrest, and it is an open case. At the moment of arrest, she's saying this. You're the one arrested. You post bail.
Yeah.
It's wise to listen to your lawyers. No, you can't defend yourself. I think his biggest problem was all these people were talking down on him, but y'all are supposed to be his people. Kehlani, for instance.
Yeah, that was a tough one.
He's like, I held your baby. Like, you would call me up and we would bitch about our exes, like, together. Like,
yeah, some real shit.
Yeah, so it's like, you're just gonna
follow along.
It's like, you have my phone number. Why would you not call me? So
that was a tough one, bro.
He made a lot of good points. I can't wait to see where it goes. I'm excited to see. I'm excited. That's not the right terminology, but I'm intrigued to see where it goes because.
No, you're excited.
Because if this is their main point where we're in a time where it's like quit devaluing what black women say, quit devaluing what women say.
Yeah.
Believe what they say first.
Yes, which I understand.
Yeah.
I agree with to an extent.
But it's gonna suck if Megan was lying because she was too intoxicated to really know what happened, and that's what the album made it seem like. She was too intoxicated because she's dealing with personal battles right now.
And this is a known fact that she has drinking.
Yeah, I mean, she lost her grandma and her mom, and you expect her to be okay? Like, I was in college. I lost people early on, and I was in college. I was in a bad relationship. I was trashed all the time. So I can't imagine losing the person that raised me and her mom, and you know what I'm saying, and then just expected to be okay within like 3-4 months, and while
doing so, skyrocket.
And my career taking off.
Well,
I can't imagine.
That's crazy.
So she's having a problem, and she's known for beating on him. And, like, by her friends, they've said that, you know. So there's a lot of things that I want the story to develop, and I want the truth to come out.
Yeah, as do I. It's just like I said, this is a bad time with the whole.
Yeah, wherever the nation is.
Yes, and I still think it would have gravitated better if we would have still like
chose a different outlet.
A sit down with like a good host.
Yeah, I think he chose this route because if you think about it, his Chicks tape 5, right?
Yeah.
He lost money on that.
Because it was trash.
He lost money from the features and stuff like that, but also to get out of his label deal. So he's that quarantine radio takes him to this new peak in his career.
Fire, by the way.
He's independent, owns his masters.
Yeah.
And he speaks on what they did to Prince and MJ.
Did you catch that?
Yeah, and because that's a real thing. That's a real thing.
Yeah.
So I think they're trying to crucify him, but it's not gonna work because her story, I don't think is the truth because it can't be the truth if she was that intoxicated.
It's definitely wishy-washy.
Yeah. Because at first she didn't know, and from the images of the photo, you didn't get the bullet straight to your foot.
It looked like a bounce to it.
Yeah, so it's just I'm intrigued to see where it goes.
For sure.
So
still bad timing.
Yeah, he's gonna stick to that. Still bad timing.
Yeah.
So what else did you play on Friday?
Tickets to My Downfall.
Okay. Yeah.
His new rock album. Rock. Fire.
Fair enough. Yeah, I think he has that track with Black Bear, and I thought that was dope. What's your favorite song on there?
The last song, "Play This When I'm Gone," I believe it's called.
Yeah.
It hits deep, bro.
Yeah, I agree. That's my favorite song. I'm just a fan of Black Bear, so that's the first one.
Black Bear is super underrated.
You see, people say that, but his numbers don't say that. You know what I'm saying?
You think so?
His numbers are in the millions.
I don't pay attention, so
yeah. His numbers are, but I agree because there's people here that probably don't know who Black Bear is, but there's some here who does because that dope, right?
Gucci's on the remix, right?
Yeah. So that popped off here. Like I would hear that part, I was like, oh, what y'all know about Black Bear? Central Illinois, you know what I'm talking about? But yeah, so the MGK album, I thought it was really good. I did not think he would transition that well, even though he had given us a taste before.
Yes, people forget about that.
Yeah,
like, I feel like
he's always dabbled in it, and he's always performed with a live band.
Yes.
Like he has a drummer, so he knows what he's doing.
And a lot of his features are rock.
Yeah. I'll never forget. I saw somewhere where someone called Travis Barker MGK's drummer. I was blew by that because that's Travis Barker.
Well, disrespectful.
As hell.
And people don't know Travis Barker's been on the hip hop game forever. Too.
Oh yeah.
I remember he did the whole Game album. Well, not the whole, but like, he did a lot of projections on the Game's album.
He's very musically. Yeah. What else did you listen to?
I listened to the Ferg.
The South Ferg album. And what did you think of that?
That was garbage.
I didn't think it was garbage, but
no, I still say that. That's poor words, but it wasn't hitting.
Yeah.
I like 2 songs. And the only reason why I like one of them was because Puff Daddy was on it. It wasn't even a good song. You know, Puff Daddy don't really rap.
Yeah.
So that's cool.
Yeah.
The song with Tyler, I believe.
Yeah.
It's called This Ramen. That's pretty decent.
Yeah.
He has another one called Villains. Decent.
Yeah.
That's about it for me.
Yeah, that's it. I don't have a favorite. Off my one playthrough, which we forgot to say, we listened to the albums at least once.
Once or twice.
Yeah, once or twice. It's New Music Friday, so we'll be doing this every week.
Yeah.
But I didn't have a favorite song off there. I'm gonna have to play it again because I don't know. You have more of a history with A$AP Ferg than I do.
Yeah. I can't remember the debut album, but I've always been a fan of A$AP Mob.
Yeah.
Well, I like him and A$AP Rocky.
Okay.
But first off, A$AP Rocky's always been better in rapping. But I feel like every since like 5 years now.
Yeah.
He's been on a decline, in my opinion.
Because
in the rap game.
Okay.
He's still A$AP, so he's still doing his thing.
Is that because he started to dabble with other things and he started to treat the music industry like the game, like he started to play the game like the labels play?
Probably. I mean, I don't blame him because I remember seeing a video he talking about Frank Ocean.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
That's some company for 20 mil.
Yeah.
You can do a lot with 20 mil.
He,
Off of what, 2 albums?
Yeah.
He did?
I'm calling it a wrap my life. Like, I'm out of here, 20 mil.
Yeah, facts. Right?
Yeah, you're not getting another album from me.
Yeah, and Frank Ocean did that.
Yeah. Yeah.
He only did, what, 3 albums?
Yeah, I think in total, yeah.
Mixtape.
Yeah.
So.
Okay. Well, I listened to more than that this weekend. I always listen to a little bit more.
Right.
I go searching for new music. I want to find the people that feel unheard.
Okay.
One of the projects that stood out to me was this project by Kovu called Love Teddy. It's really good. It's a rap pop, hip hop. It's very intimate in the sense of his lifestyle. So when I say that, I mean he just sticks to it. He dropped the song "Wet" and it didn't really resonate with anyone.
No.
He really wanted. He's a great performer, so I think he was going for something that he could perform that would jump off.
To get the crowd going.
Yeah, and I feel like he failed to realize like on this project he has a song "Love." I believe that's been out for a while, but "Love" will jump off too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh God, yeah. And he has my favorite songs off this project are "Guinevere" and "Feelings." If you don't know, I run the YouTube Good Vibes Radio channel, and I posted "Guinevere." That's one of my favorite songs. Also added it to the Spotify playlist that I have for R&B.
Yeah.
But "Feelings," he has this line, and he's like, "I'm just being myself, and that seems to bother you. I can't relate." And that sat with me because I've been around people where it's like they see me usually in my reserved nature, but when I'm actually like me and expressing myself, they're like, hold on, like this is not who we thought you were, like tone it down. After that I distance myself from those people, but I can't relate because I want to see you in your best life too. Like if you have to be reserved around me, I feel like
we're not really connected.
Yeah, exactly. So that line just stuck with me, but I 10/10 recommend everyone going and check that out. It's called "Love Teddy" by Kovu. He's Kovu16 on Twitter and Facebook. Instagram, and he really does make really good music.
Yeah. You should check him out.
Yeah. I want to shout out to Conrad Pax. He dropped the song "Memories" last week.
Fire.
That's one of the artists I manage, and it's doing really well. We talked for like 2 weeks to figure out his rollout for this before we actually implemented the plan, and it's just working. This is a guy who used to get 150 plays after a week, and now we're up to over 2,000 after the week.
Hey, all my progress.
He has over 300 saves on the song, where before we were struggling to get 5, and it's you can bug your friends to do it, but it doesn't mean anything if they're not listening to the music. So it's nice to have those 5 that listen to the music, but it's nice to have the other 295 that also are enjoying the music too. Shout out to Conrad Pax. He just dropped the song "Memories." It's a lo-fi hip hop track. It's fucking dope.
It's really good.
Slapper. Yeah, he gets very personal, and I think I have his album already, and I think you guys are gonna enjoy it because it's very good. So I can't wait for you guys to hear that. I also managed this group 2 Tucks. I want to shout them out. They've been working hard. They got some stuff in the tucked away, and I can't wait for y'all to hear that too because they've been working hard too. I mentioned them because this Halloween we're doing an artist showcase.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, so we're gonna go back and get back to it now that COVID's kind of. I want to say wrapping up, but it's not really. But
it's not really wrapping up, but it's calming down. So be sure to wear your mask if you feel like you should.
Yeah, the mask will be optional unless we have to enforce it. You know what I'm saying? But so the Halloween showcase Friday night we're gonna be at the Joker's Lounge. Shout out to Angie. She gave us our first shot. So every time that there's a chance to do something there, I'm gonna do it. She has an open mic every Thursday night. And you can rap, sing, play your guitars, instruments, all that, and it's a spot for local artists to express themselves and work on their performing.
It's a very good look.
Yeah, so I implore you to take advantage of that. So Friday night October 30th, we're going to be at the Joker's Lounge. We're going to have a costume contest. I want you guys to come out, win some money, win some gift cards to some local businesses. Saturday, we're going to have an artist showcase featuring artists from St. Louis, artists from here, and artists from Peoria. So definitely come out and check that out.
Turn up.
But yeah, we're staying busy. One of my ambassadors, she runs an Instagram quote page, and it's very positive. I read them every morning. And they're really good. When you read positive quotes on the internet, you should not just read them in your head. You should read them out loud. Say them to yourself. You know what I'm saying? You got to bring that stuff to life. So this is my quote from the week from her. It's really good. She posts every morning. Her page, it's the Whittle Things. I'm gonna put it down in the description below this video. So if you guys just need that extra boost every day, just that dose of positivity, you should definitely give her a follow on Instagram and like her Facebook page. But the quote is, "What does your heart truly want? Focus on that and say it out loud. Don't be afraid to speak your dreams, desires, wishes, and fantasies into existence. Once you know what you really want, adjust your life around that desire and watch it unfold." Yeah, and and that sat with me because you started talking about a podcast at the end of December.
Yes.
And then I brought it up in May, and since May we've kind of been working on coming to this point, getting everything together and learning how to truly do it. So, and now we're here. So I want you guys to just shout out to It's the Whittle Things on Instagram. The information is gonna be in the description. But Marcellus is gonna leave you guys with something too.
We sort of go out and register to vote and vote for your local community officers and the president, because we need to switch him up. For real, that's facts.
Yeah.
And just trust the universe, love everyone, be safe.
Be safe. All right, guys. Well, I'm James.
I'm Marcellus.
And this is a Kickback. Hey yo, it's Jay on the beat.